this time forcing to play the drive. That's the boundary to start off with the Sri Lankans. It was Otis Gibson, now tipped in the air. The Raider is having a tough time to stop that up. A boundary ensured by the Sri Lankans once again.
Link properly, make things difficult. That's paddle sweep comes out. It will be a long chase for the fielder, and the ball eventually wins the race. A boundary for Pereira. Down the leg, and it's going to race away to the fence. Not the best of the deliveries from Maruf Akhtar. But sliding down the leg side with that bit of swing and shape. What Dulani had to do was just... Again, the paddle comes into play. A long run for the fielder, and she can't get it. Another boundary to the same region. That's caught and cut well. Will race away for a 4. Yet again, the paddle comes into the play. The ball is straight into the fence. Will it have enough legs? It will. A boundary as a result. Shot. It's a lovely stroke. Pierce the gap with ease. And a boundary for Dulani once again.
She's being a very good touch.
That's a shot. A great shot straight down the ground. Over the bowler's head for a boundary.
That's a cracking shot from Dulani.
Driven. But again, Rabia in rescue. She's searching for that cover drive. This time she beats somehow and gets a boundary. Allowed appeal and the finger raised. That's the first blood. Ridhamoni gets the first wicket and removes the skipper. Hasini Pereira from the equation.
Pitch it up. Yeah, that is the deviation, and she's gone. Second wicket for Ridhamoni. And the left-handed Samara Vikrama. She has to go. Gully has taken in place. Once again a gift from the fielder that goes away for a boundary. For the development of the entire cricketing ecosystem. Now she finds the gap. That's a brilliant shot. Goes away for a boundary.
Hansima once again.
That's it. A wonderful half-century picked by Dulani.
Dulani is the most informed batter. Comes down the pitch, hits it firm, down the ground, and will result in a boundary.
That is a brilliant shot played with coming down the track. Goes over the bowler's head. Goes for the boundary.
It was pure timing from Hansima. Again, she used her feet, came down the pitch.
This time a bit wider. Finds the gap once again. That goes away for a boundary once again.
Again, goes aerial, but straight into the hands. The debutant Joyta takes an easy catch, and that's the end of the informed Dulani. She has to take the long walk back to the pavilion, and finally, that's pulled for a boundary, slightly short of length, and Dilari says thank you very much.
I was just about to talk about.
Comes down the pitch yet again. That's a strike and a half from Hansima, and she's been rewarded with a 4. That's a good shot. A swashbuckling strike from Dilhari, and she earns a boundary.
We'll have to continue with one single cricket ball from both ends till the very end. And that brings up the half-century for Hansima. First, one international half-century purchased against Bangladesh.
Oh, that's not a good delivery, but you don't need to bowl good deliveries to pick up a wicket, probably. What a catch. And it's the debutant once again. We'll just have to make sure she's taken it. That's driven nicely, and we'll find the gap. Finally, shackles broken.
That is the thing we have been talking about, Shobhana Mustari.
That slice up in the air, catches the call, taken. Sharna Akhtar with the catch, and Marufa with her celebration.
The combination of red and orange, but it's a good strike and a very good catch as well. What about that? It's Sharmin who's pulled off a screamer of a catch. Wow, certainly the best catch of the day. Swept. And swept well for a boundary. There was a fielder stationed at mid-wicket, but the timing was so good that it eluded the fielder in no time and reached the ropes.
Now this time playing across. A pill and finger raised up. All the investments coming to an end. By the grace of Nahid Akhtar, Bangladesh have managed to pick up another wicket. Number 7 goes down for Sri Lanka. That's big. Played it over mid-wicket. One bounce to the fence.
Goes again. Aerial. Fielder is lining up. And she takes it. Yet again a very good catch.
Being purchased from this particular over. Improvisation. Has she got it? Yes, she has. Another wicket purchased by Nahid Akhtar. Inoka, she has to deploy 2 runs in the very last over. That kept low. And the deviation did the trick for Nahid Akhtar. She finishes it off with a dot ball. That is the scorecut. They had a pretty decent enough. Hasini Pereira scoring 27 of 41. She had the better company of Imesh Azullah. They have put up into the middle. Maruf Akhtar, the lone pace bowler, 8 overs, 2 maidens, 24 runs for a single wicket. Nahid Akhtar, she bowled brilliantly.
Ball number 1. Oh, well bowled. Some hint of swing initially.
Shaping back in towards the right-hander.
Bowled her. What a delivery. Again, swing. Full. And Sharmin Chupta has been castled.
That was a nothing shot.
Fighted, and this has been hammered down the ground. Early signs of aggression from Zoya Firdaus Zoita in international cricket, and she earns her first boundary as well. She goes again, but the fielder on the line of the ball takes a sitter. Too many shots attempted, and Zoya Firdaus Zoita has to pay the penalty. On the pads, clipped away for a boundary. Nigar Sultana Jyoti gets her first 4.
I think that was not only a cricket shot.
Women's ODI World Cup qualifiers, but this qualifies to be a brilliant shot from Nigar Sultana. Aggression. Finds the gap over long off.
Driven straight down the ground. A lot of power behind it, and it reaches the fence in no time. First runs from the bat of Sharmin Chupta, and she gets off the mark with a 4. Fight it. Chupta slaps it through the cover. It's like she's threaded a needle through the offside field. Boundary as a result.
And given. Took her time. In the end, the finger goes up.
Played it late. Gets through the gap, and it will race away to the fence. That's a very good shot from Sutomana.
Left arm orthodox. 95 wickets in women's ODI cricket, but that was not how she wanted to be greeted. Beautiful from Sharmin Chupta. Picks up a boundary.
Nigar Sultana Jyoti lost her wicket. Playing that sweep shot. Now improvising. That's a brilliant stroke. Chase on for the fielder. It goes away for a boundary.
Jolly George, missed it again? Impossible.
Forget it. You'll never hit it. Can't you see? It drank Red Bull.
Oh, then I'll need one too. Red Bull gives you wings.
This time goes inside out, finds the gap once again. This is a fast outfield and this will make it all the way. Another boundary.
That's a cracking stroke. Shobhana Mustari anticipated the length very well, jammed it towards cover in between two fielders. That's a boundary being scored. That's a cracking shot. Bits in field, bit the covers. That's raced away for a boundary. Trying to place the ball towards the gap. This time got the outside edge and got the boundary as well. A welcome boundary for Shobhana Mustari after a very long time. Dilhari from one end, Inoka from other. Goes down the wicket, down the ground, raises away for a boundary. This time Shobhana Mustari.
And she hit it straight enough to beat the fielder. And once again, look at that. How neatly she played that shot. Easy as you like. Another boundary for Shobhana Mustari.
That is a cracking shot played by Shobhana Mustari. This time, very well managed shot. I think that will raise away. Chase on for the fielder, but she will give up. Another boundary in this over by Shobhana Mustari.
What an over it's turning out to be for Bangladesh.
Once again, adjusting the length very well. That will go away for a boundary as well. 4 boundaries in a row. That is going to be a massive over for Bangladesh.
Will get an upper hand. That's a lovely shot. Over the top. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and then rolling into the fence. Again, Sharmin Shukta.
I think that was the ploy set by the Sri Lankan spinner, Inoka. Left arm orthodox coming around.
This time she finds the gap. This will run away for the boundary. Exactly the kind of ball that Shukta was looking for.
A partnership of 78 runs. This time jammed away in between two fielders. That is going away. The fielder gives up the chase. That's a boundary.
This is momentum being built by Bangladesh. Raises her bat. Goes for the big shot. Just over the fielder at the cover region. It will run away for the boundary. Risk taken by Sharna. Driven nicely, and that will find the boundary once again. Sharmin Shukta. You call for it. She delivers.
Vihanga comes down the pitch, just Sharna, and hits it over the top. The fielder could only watch it sail away for a 6. And this breaks the...
That is a mighty hit by Sharna. Going down the wicket. Going down the ground. Anticipating the full toss well. Still. That sharp. Fetching for the boundary. That goes away. That's a narrow escape, but ended up getting the boundary by Sharna.
Brand of cricket from the whole team. That's picked up on the onside, and that will have enough legs to run all the way. Sharna gets a boundary. Wide, slapped just over the fielder. And it races away to the fence. The fielder fails to stop it.
Steps out. Goes across. Oh, pops in and pops out. Another opportunity goes. Sharmin's turn to go big across the line. The slog sweep deployed. Into the ropes. 4 more.
Driven on the up through the gap, but there is a fielder who won't reach it. Bisects those 2 fielders to reach the fence. Sharmin Shukta hits a 4 once again.
Slices it. Oh, that could have been curtains for her, but today is not the day. Oh, this time. Or is it? The Sri Lankans confident. The wicketkeeper, Natyangana, immediately takes the bails off. The situation was flighted. A good take. The bails dislodged in a flash. Sharna Akhtar goes for the big shot and hands it over to the fielder. So close, yet so far. Bangladesh
has made a comeback. That's picked up. Sounded good, but there's a fielder under it who takes the catch. Ritumoni goes back for a duck. And now the match is tilting.
Vihanga picks up another one. Totally mistimed by Ritumoni. Nicely taken at mid-on. This one is mistimed and straight to hands. My goodness. Rabia Khan perishes.
So this is what has transpired. Short ball, slower, completely mistimed. Misfield, and that's it. The single has been taken, and Bangladesh go on to beat Sri Lanka in the first ODI of Sri Lanka Women's Tour of Bangladesh 2026.